Hey, what is going on, everyone? We're just getting a quick audio check here, making sure that you guys can hear us, see us, and all the good things. Hello. Welcome to a Siser Live. It feels like, I don't know, we're all in the room. It kind of feels weird to like go live and not an after dark where it's closed circuit and you got to attend or register to attend. But we're here together, and today is another fun live because today is a new product launch here at Siser. And we're very, very excited about this one because I think that, we've been showing a lot of really fun textures, a lot of really fun techniques, and a lot of things like that. But a lot of people have reached out to us and said, Patrick, we need something new. We need something interesting. We need a fun material. So today will not disappoint. We have a really awesome material. Some of you out there have probably already seen it floating around in the ether because it is one that we kind of soft launched to the public and let you guys all try it, play with it, see who found it. But we are today talking about the newest addition to the team. That is Vernice by Siser. I'm very, very excited. So we're going to talk a little bit about this product today in the live. We're going to obviously do a fun little project, something quick. And this time I didn't forget about multiple people. But you guys know it's a launch live, which means if you stick around to the end, you might even get yourself in a giveaway or two. And all I'm going to say is we got some fun giveaways. So if you haven't actually been into a live yet, hello, everyone. By the way, never mind. I looked at this way and I thought I didn't mirror it. All right. Well, if you haven't been to a live yet or you haven't seen anything on the Siser platforms, hello, everyone. My name is Patrick Ali. I'm the lead educator here at Siser North America. And in the room with me, I always have a crew of people hanging out behind the camera, not only checking into the comments, which we can already see the salt and the syllables is already in there, Adam himself, sneaking away and watching all of your comments, answering any additional questions. But today we have who's becoming a regular staple to our lives, and she's hanging out in all of them. She's in the comments, she's answering your questions, she's doing it all, and one of the best graphic artists, if not the best graphic artist in the entire world, excluding myself. I'm just kidding. I'm big-headed. But it's our very own Emily. Say hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah, she's stealing it straight up. And this one was yours, right? This design is yours. So this design today that we're doing is actually Emily's design, and I'm not going to give you a little sneak peek of what we may be creating with this awesome material, but absolutely crushes it. And you know her. She's the maestro of the evening or the daytime, I guess now. It's weird to say that during the day. But it goes without saying, it's the one, the only.
Hi, Anna.
There we go. I like it.
It's been so long.
I feel like it's been a long time.
I just shared this into the group and I said, when's the last time we had a product launch?
For real. When was the last time that we've gone live during the day? Do we remember? It's been a minute because we've been doing a great series here for anybody that's new watching in, or anybody that is watching and hasn't seen them yet. We do an awesome series here at Siser every other Wednesday at the 7 p.m. Eastern hour called Siser After Dark. It's just a great opportunity for you guys to register to attend, interact live at that nighttime hour with me so that we can actually go through step-by-step these projects. And a lot of times you guys have so many great questions that we'll stop along the way and answer anything or help you as much as we can. So yeah, I think the last one that we did, well, Facebook deletes all the lives now, so it's not like we can track it anyways, but I feel like the last one that we actually did was a product launch. Maybe. Might have been a product launch.
What product was it?
Your guess is about as good as mine. Hey,
Metallic Puff.
Oh, there we go. Metallic Puff. Bonus question. If you can figure out what our last live was live, you get bonus points. But anyways, today's a fun one. I think that all three of us in the room are excited about this product because of the look, the feel, the texture, all of that kind of stuff, and the versatility of this product. Let me make sure my heat press is turned on and up to the appropriate temp. But today we are talking about Vernice by Siser. So let me go actually onto the overhead right away. We can take a look at these two awesome products. So Vernice by Siser is a really unique product. It feels and is about the same thickness as a regular Easy Weed that you're used to using, but these have a high gloss finish. And we put in the launch video, but it is a great line that it does mimic like car paint in my head quite a bit. So they're really, really nice. They come in a glossy red and a glossy black. Anna, look at that's the shot that we needed for the video right there with the light moving. Wow, yeah, we should have done that. Yeah, that one looks really good. But anyways,
my red nails would have looked so good.
See, dang it. That's okay. We'll have to bring in the shoes and redo the nails here in a little bit. But either way, with that. They're glossy red, glossy black. They both come in a 12-inch width, and these are all available right now. So I'm just going to go out and flat out and say it right away. These are available at your local resellers, distributors, retailers, anywhere you get your material from. Check it out. Because you can get these, and these have actually been around for a couple of weeks. So I think what we're going to do today is let's do a quick fun project. We're going to grab a design that Emily made and threw over into Leonardo Design Studio. We're going to cut out part of the design. I already have a piece cut out, but we'll cut out one layer of this 2-layer project. We'll recreate this shirt for you, and then also we'll go over all the technical information, all the things you guys want to know about it. But feel free, as always, ask any questions that they have. Stop us along the way, and especially if you have fun ideas, things that you're doing currently in your own craft space or your own business. Maybe there's a fun project that you're working on. Feel free to drop those in the comments below while we're making this happen. So let me just double check. I have it at 8 inches. We're going to pop directly into Leonardo Design Studio. So here's the design that we're actually going to do, but I'm going to pull up a new page. If you head over to the design library and you simply type in the keyword Vernice, there's a ton of awesome designs that were all created here by Emily that are available in Leonardo Design Studio today. Actually, Anna, maybe at the end of this, we'll grab the shirt for the end shot and we'll show them that multi-layer too. But with that said, we're just going to simply click on a design for anybody that's new to Leonardo, because we are live for the first time in a long time. We're going to open that design, and that will automatically bring our design over to our design page where we can now size it and do anything we want to each of these layers. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ungroup all of my layers and head over to my layer panel. And then I'm going to, what's up? Did you break something? Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is head over to my layers panel and I'm going to be able to, hey, what's going on? I'm going to be able to actually grab all of the individual colors and all of the individual pieces of this design. And we're simply going to weld those together until we get, what I like to say, until we get our simple 2-color layers. So I'm just going through all the black, highlighting each and every one of those. We're ungrouping some other elements. And one of my favorite parts, by the way, of doing these live and having the graphic artists in the room with me, is they get to see me work their artwork. So, because I'm horrible at creating designs and like making them cut ready, and they're also good at it. So anytime I can fix it or I can do something with it, makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. So anyways, we're gonna continue. Oh yeah,
I'm sorry,
what do you have to say?
fix it.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying.
Did you just do her like that?
No. Okay, you know what? Hey guys, it was a good time. Live was fun. Bye, Vernice. See you later. You know what the heck? Anyway. Hop right back into Leonardo. So now that we have our 2-color layers all taken care of, all right, we have all of our reds in our design all grouped together, all of the black elements all grouped together as well. What we're going to do is we're going to simply group now our entire design together, which just allows us to scale and make this all proportional as we're scaling our design. So we're going to go down to the properties menu in Leonardo. We're going to hit on the width. We're going to slap in an 8 inches on there, and that's how big our design is going to be. Now, as all of you guys know, you can always hit the hotkey O in software, and it will automatically bring your design on down to the origin point. Now, is this necessary at this step in the process in Leonardo? No, but for anybody out there that may be doing, maybe scaling their designs, and say I want to do this on a 1-yard piece of material, you guys already know there's a really quick, easy way to make that. And then I can simply duplicate this design using that tile array that we talk about all the time, where I can create 6 items just with a simple click of a button. So super fast, super efficient. And that's one of the reasons why we love Leonardo Design Studio. But anyways, I digress from that. I'm going to bring this back to a 12x12 artboard. And we're going to go on to the next step, which is going to be our send design. So there's a few different ways that we can actually send a piece of artwork in Leonardo Design Studio. Number one, we can add our selected artwork only, which in this case is just simply our design, or we can apply all artwork that fits on the page. So what that means is that if I have multiple of these same designs or multiple designs on my page, I can choose to send all of them over at once, or I can send just the singular piece that I have selected, no matter if I have multiple designs or just a singular. The next part is all of our positioning. You guys already know that I'm a huge fan of move each color layer to the origin position. This just gets everything down to that bottom left corner for us, so we don't have to think about what we're doing. We can just simply get on to cutting. Now, I will say this, and I'm gonna zero in on this one. Actually, you know what? Listen, Vernice is a heat transfer vinyl, so remember to mirror your images whenever you're cutting. Just throwing it out there.
I just want to call you out a little bit when you were in our office the other day, and he goes, I can't believe what I just did. And I said, what did you just do? He said, I forgot to mirror.
Yeah.
I said, that probably never happens to you. So I was glad to be there to witness
That's
it.
why when I looked at it from this side and I couldn't remember that the carrier was this way, I was freaking out already before the live, guys.
No, but that's a tricky thing, a good thing to know about this material, because I almost did that myself. I was like, which side is the adhesive side?
Yeah. Well, and that's actually a really good point too. Once we get into this next step of actually cutting, because I have one layer already cut for us. We're going to cut on another layer, but this way I'll be able to show you better on the red which side is actually your adhesive side and which side is your carrier, if for whatever reason your roll is rolled one way or another. So just so you know, in manufacturing and when we roll things down to send all of our resellers and distributors and all those great places you buy from, sometimes rolls get rolled with the adhesive side facing up, and I always call it hump up, and then sometimes they're where the hump is down. So either way you look at it, we're going to be able to identify that side of the material, at least by the end of this live, because it's a launch and we're having some fun. So with that, hop right back into Leonardo Design Studio. My design is already set up. And for anybody that hasn't seen Leonardo Design Studio, normally your designs will come in an orientation where you can read everything. So the first thing we need to do, if we hear the keyword HTV, we always mirror unless it's a printed pattern. Okay, you hear HTV, mirror unless it's a printed pattern. And then what we're going to actually do is add an auto weed box to this design. Now, for some of you out there, you may have not used an auto weed box ever. Two reasons why I like it. Number one, an auto weed box makes weeding super easy because if I have multiple designs, simply just cut out what I need. I know that that auto weed box is going to kind of give me my area around the design, so I'm not going to cut another design or whatever. Here's one reason why I love the auto weed box. And let me see if I can capture this on the overhead. I'm making a mess already this early. Is there a Sharpie out there, Anna, at all? If not, I can do it without one. Should be over on the metal rack. Did you find one? Nice. Here it is. Ah, oh my God. Threw it at me. So here's the other benefit and what I love about an auto weed box. Let me see if I can put my paper here so you can really see these. An auto weed box will actually score a small cut line with the blade around your design where obviously that box was. So one of the cool parts is, and I'm just going to mark this with a Sharpie, is that an auto weed box also has these really convenient right angles that they built, or that they have kind of built in, but also it allows us, using the auto weed box, because our design is centered, makes folding and actually scoring that center line much easier, because now I'm not forced to figure out, is this the outside boundary of the design? Is this part the outside boundary? And what pieces need to go together to make up those two ends? Because I use that auto weed box, I already have that boundary. I already have those guidelines for myself just to make aligning and applying each layer super easy. So we're going to set that one to the side, and we're going to do a little shift over to the heat press. And I have my red Vernice. Now, Vernice has two sides to it, like every other heat transfer vinyl. It has a carrier side and an adhesive side. In this case, this is one of those ones where if you look at the carrier side, it looks frosted, or it looks like it has more of a frosted hue to it, whereas the actual adhesive side itself is super, super high gloss and shiny. So you'll actually be able to tell the difference of the carrier and the adhesive side, so you know what side is supposed to go up. Another thing, you guys already know the pro tip, that if you do have a roll of material, you don't know what side the adhesive or the skin is, you can always just take a little weeder, grab just the small piece of the corner, peel it up, and that right there will already tell you what side is material, what side's your carrier, so you know what to avoid. But what we're going to do today, because Anna, what's our fun deal on the roll holder right now?
You're going to make me do this?
Yes. Yeah.
If you're a basic user of Leonardo, so anybody has not yet upgraded to Pro, you can get this for absolutely free right now.
So if you are not a Pro user currently, you are a Leonardo Basic user, and you sign up for Leonardo Design Studio Pro, this one is yours for free. Now, you might think to yourself, Patrick, this is just a piece of plastic with some bars. There's a lot of utility in this. Not only does our roll holder, as we did in our last live, a roll holder work beautifully for all our regular material, and honestly, one of the best craft roll holders in the industry, in my opinion, because you guys all know the bug, that thing doesn't move. But either way, I digress from that as well. The other part to that is one of the benefits of a roll holder is, let's say you're at your house and you say, you know what, I want to start sheeting down material myself. I want to start selling material. Well, you grab yourself one of these fancy schmancy little photo cutters. You can take your roll holder, put it off to the side, and now you can simply use that as a roller so that you can cut all of your production rolls, or quote unquote, we'll say production rolls of material, by simply pulling it through your cutter, giving it just a little swipe down with the blade, and now I can move on to the next sheet. Super convenient, fast, and again, efficiency is the key. Keyword is efficiency.
We actually have a couple of questions in the comments right now about the roll holder and that it's only for 12-inch rolls or 13-inch rolls. Asking about the Romeo. So the Romeo actually comes with its own roll holder right in the box that has no ends, so then you can use bigger rolls for your Romeo.
There you go. So that right there is your Romeo. It is open on either side of it. Still has the same type of wheel and bearing setup that the craft roll holder has. Juliet roll holder, the big difference is obviously you have those two sides to really hold in those big 12-inch cores, but each of these can fit your 1-inch core, your 2-inch core, and your 3-inch core. So depending on what distributor or what retail location you actually purchase your material from, they all are, there's a big difference in the size of core that some people choose to either re-roll their material if they're sheeting it down, or they're making it smaller quantities for you guys when you buy those 5-yarders and the 3-yard rolls and stuff like that. So anyways, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our roll holder right behind the Juliet. Really, really easy. And then we're going to take our Vernice, and I'm going to, again, find that adhesive side. I'm going to lay it down on my roll holder, and we're just going to feed that on through the Juliet high definition cutter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it out ever so slightly, bring up those pinch wheels, and by me actually pulling a little bit of material out will allow me to bring the pinch wheels down without getting any like bubbles right away. So I kind of like doing that. It makes my life easier. I'm going to draw my material back in, and as you guys already know from every live we have, always, always, always remember to test cut, test cut, test cut. Now, taking a look at Vernice, now the actual cut force for the Romeo and the Juliet are right around 5 to 10 for the force itself. And for me, you guys know I like using a speed of around 10 to 11. I don't like going all the way up to a 13. But you guys feel free to, because this cuts super, super well. So I'm going to go ahead and weed out the little mini T, make sure that all of our cuts are perfect. And then we will bring our blade back into the bottom left origin position. Now, as you guys know, I'm not going to show it on camera this time, but everybody that has watched the lives knows that there is an awesome area test option inside Leonardo. So once I click that area test, you'll see the blade actually move the parameter of my design. And I'll do that one more time for you. Move the parameter of my design. And this is really going to give me a great look at how this is going to cut, if my blade is going to fall off of my material or anything of that nature. So now that we're happy with that, we're going to go ahead and hit send to cutter. And then we'll see in real time Juliet just going to work, doing her thing. Now, as that's cutting out, I'm going to go over a couple other technical. You guys know I always bring the technical information with me. So we already went over it. Glossy red, glossy black, Vernice. It applies to cotton, polyester, and polycotton blends. So this really hits a wide range of materials for you. And that's no different, because today we're going to apply on our fun little bags, thanks to our friends over at Sanmar. You guys know I love the hoodie, the little hoodie drawstring garment bags. They're awesome, awesome. And because I'm pressing it here, and you know I don't want to sit it in the studio forever, we're going to give one away. If not, maybe we'll give 3 of them away. I don't know. We'll see what happens at the end. But time and temperature for this one, I already have my heat press set, 305 to 310 degrees, 10 to 15 seconds. I always like to give you a range, because heat presses all act differently. If you're using something like a Siser craft press, which is a 9x11 closing press, that right there has a great gauge of pressure that you can do. There's also other presses out there. There's things like the Hotronix Auto Clam that has an auto pressure gauge on it, so you know exactly how hard you're pressing your material. But for the temperature itself, you guys already know. If you're using an easy press or a glorified home iron, you got to bump that temperature up about 20 to 30 degrees because there's a lot more hot and cold spots in those presses than you're going to find in your traditional commercial presses. So make sure that you get your hands on one if you don't already have one. And the only other big thing with the Vernice itself is it comes in 12-inch rolls. So you can get it in a 12-inch roll. I'm assuming that most of our distributors and resellers, if we have any in here, feel free to shout yourself out right now. But I'm assuming any of our resellers, distributors probably are sheeting some of this down. So you might even be able to get it in sheets as well. All right. Do we have any big questions before we move on to the funds?
I'm just wondering which one's your favorite.
Oh, the glossy red or glossy black? It's Siser, the red. I'm biased to the red, but I will say when the reel comes out, those couple of shots we got, I think the black it's a winner on video, but the red is a winner always. So, all right, what we're going to go ahead and do now. Oh, what's your favorite? You know what? Let's go to that. Emily, you too. You've played with this material enough.
Well, we got Courtney Breckner in the house, and she is team red, and I am absolutely with her.
Listen.
I don't have red bottoms yet, but I am working on it.
There we go.
I'm team black all the way because of that tone-on-tone look.
The tone-on-tone is sweet. Yeah,
the
we'll have to
right
show some of
behind
those.
you, the Shadow Fitness.
Yeah.
It just looks so cool in person. I don't know if the camera does it justice.
Yeah, what we'll do at the end, I'll heat apply these, and then we'll pull some of those down, and we'll show those off and see if we can get a really good shot of them. But you guys can see this stuff weeds super, super, super clean. You know what's funny is that you'll both in the room, you'll understand this. If anybody has ever used Easy Weed Electric, this acts like regular Easy Weed, but it weeds like electric, which is awesome. See you later, Gator. Everybody's a part of the lives, no matter what.
We had a couple questions about washing instructions.
Yes. Yeah, that's really good. I was actually going to get to that here as we were heat applying. For this one, I will say this is the one that I'm going to be a little bit more strict on and tell you guys, because you know that I don't do all what I say all the time. This is more of a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. But with that, I will say I'm going to be a little bit more strict on the 24-hour wait time on this. Just gives that adhesive enough time to set in. It also gives your garments enough time to heal from heat application because, again, as we know and as we've talked about many times on lives, is that part of your pre-press is eliminating all that additional moisture and all that crap out of your garments. However, as your garment sits in a normal room with regular humidity and all that, it will start to heal again, and it'll start to kind of not puff up, but it'll start to absorb more moisture just from the air. So we really want to give that adhesive a lot of time to recover. So with that, 24 hours before washing. Laundering instructions, the same as always. Make sure that obviously you're not using any crazy heavy fabric softeners. Turn your shirts inside out, the normal stuff, okay? All right, any questions popping in?
We had one more pop in on if it's layerable or not.
Great question. This is not layerable. However, the technique that we're showing you, as you guys know, we've shown a million times, is using that knockout method. So being that Emily is the incredible graphic artist she is, she'd already kind of set this up. So you can really see, you're not really going to be able to see it on here, but we'll make sure that we get a really good image of this or picture of this once we heat apply it. But there is a small contour or a small offset in between these two layers. So the black will go down first and the red essentially will just sit right there as well. So let me go ahead. I'm going to move this camera because we don't need the heat press anymore. We're just going to move this camera on over to the heat press. Let me do that. Let me not break anything while I'm doing this too. Okay. Guys, give me one quick second here and we'll be right back with you. Boom, boom, done. Okay. Perfecto. Oh, actually, I can move that heat press a little bit for you there too. All right, let's go over to the heat press cam. Hey, guys. We're over here now. All right, anyway, I don't think people realize how small the space is in here. And so when they see you moving around and not having to go far. All righty, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to lay down this little t-shirt bag. Now, I can score a center line in this if I want to, and because I'm sending it to somebody for a giveaway, I will make sure to. But a real quick pro tip is if you have any cotton t-shirts, any shirts or garments that you're working with, or any bags, things like that that you can actually fold, one of the really good things that you can do is at the same time that you're pre-pressing your actual garment so that you can get all that moisture out, let it shrink back to normal, we can also score that center line directly in the middle of our garment, or again, whatever object we're actually heat applying. So now I got a nice little center line for me to lay down. And then I'm just going to cut the corners off this because I think I don't want to get Sharpie all over the place. And then now, like I said, because I could use that auto weed box and I could get a perfect center line or score line down the middle of my design, this first layer will apply really easily. I'm just going to line up the bottom and the top. And we're going to simply heat apply this. Not before I grab a cover sheet, though. Emily, Teflon or parchment? What do you think is best, or butcher?
I would say let's try the butcher,
okay,
because I haven't, so
okay,
I'd be
cool.
curious.
But you've done primarily parchment though for a lot of them? Oh, nothing? Okay, cool. That's all right.
She's gone rogue.
She's going completely rogue.
Tracy would be having a heart attack if she was listening to this right now.
Now, what I'm going to do though is I'm not going to press it for the full time for each layer. We're going to actually go ahead and heat apply the first layer, and then I'm just going to let this cool off just a little bit. So we want to happen back on over the overhead. Just going to let this cool down so it's cool to the touch. That is the one thing with Vernice. It is a cold peel product. So make sure that you allow it to sit long enough to where you can physically touch it and you don't feel a lot of the heat. And then that will be the time that you know when to pull the carrier off. But you can see on this garment right now, because of that center line we were able to draw with the auto weed box, and because we scored that in, we have a really nice centered design on this bag. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off the first layer. And then that is really when the shininess starts to pop through. You can see the lights glistening. There you go. Cool. All right, so let's go and hop right back on over to the heat press, get this second layer down. So now that I have the first layer on, I don't need to do any aligning or anything like that. I can simply just fit the other part of my design inside the cavities. There's one, there's two. I will say that the adhesive on the carrier from my use of the product is a little bit more sticky than what you're used to. So if you are doing multi-layer, you may have to peel up an edge to rearrange one side or the other. I know Emily and I kind of had similar experiences with that one. I think it's probably
Anna's the one that misspelled something this time. I would like the record to show.
We need Adam back
Dude.
in this office.
Adam, we need you. Yeah, this is not good when you get like the two knuckleheads together and we try to spell stuff. Actually, Anna's way better than I am about it, but
I'm actually terrible. My mom is in the comments and she can attest
no,
that
but
I have the spelling.
Judy's here and you didn't even say anything?
No, I'm letting you do your thing, man.
Hey, Judy. All right.
We also had somebody chime in the comments asking who named this material, because all of our other material names are masculine, not feminine.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you if you'd like to share this revelation that we just had with the crowd about the name of this product.
Yeah. Well, here you go. So there's the big reveal of Vernice. And just so you know, I mean, because I'm the only pure blood Italian in the room, I know how to say it. And no, I'm just kidding. So the word Vernice is actually, what is it? Is it the Italian? It means paint, right? Yeah, it means paint.
Paint, varnish. What was the other word?
Leather.
Oh, patent. No, it said patent, like patent leather.
Yeah, patent leather. Yeah. So Vernice is actually really cool. And you can really see the shine off this over on that camera too. That looks really, really nice. Let's go back on the overhead. Double check that one more time. So Vernice is a really, really cool. Again, it's a line in the script, but I love saying it, but it is really similar to car paint and kind of that shine. So there's a lot of opportunities. If you have any football teams, you guys already know those football helmets are that glossy color. So if you have red or black for your football team, you can definitely make faux helmets, things like that in your designs. There's so many possibilities that you're actually capable of doing or able to do with this. But I think we should try to push it to the limits. Just once, can I try? Throwing some mesh on it?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab some mesh. I'm gonna find some mesh somewhere in here because I definitely know that there's some in, and I totally just told Anna we had some.
Ellie May's in the comments as well.
Hey, Ellie.
And she threw out a good idea for a project for this of having this be blood, the red be blood for Halloween on a cool Halloween shirt.
I really like
love that idea. We might have to try it.
I'm down. I'm into trying it. All right,
Emily, can you please get on that?
I'm looking, and I don't see any mesh around here. Can you see if there's a small piece of mesh out there somewhere? Probably on the table, I would assume, if it's going to be out there. I mean, I have the one that I did press, but I would totally love to show them. I haven't tried it with stencil yet, so if you got something thin enough, we can definitely do it. It's worth a shot. I mean, worst case scenario, it's going to mat out the design, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! All right, so let's try it using one of our stencils. Let's see what happens. And let's hope that it doesn't totally screw this up.
If you guys haven't seen, Emily had said in the comments, we just recently posted some content about using this stencil technique with metallic puff. And it's pretty cool. So definitely check that out either on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, plug YouTube really quick for me. Because we're
YouTube, but there's no video of that.
I know, but we're hitting a big milestone soon.
Oh, we are. We're almost at what, 60K?
60K. We're almost to 60K people on YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe today because Anna's already given me permission to give away the farm if we get to 60,000. So we can do a bigger giveaway. All right, let's see what happened. Ooh, okay. So you guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not.
Did it work?
It sort of worked.
Oh, man.
Let me see what I can do here. Let's really zoom in.
Stephanie's also in the house, and she shouted out some great designs, ideas for Las Vegas with a deck of cards. Love that.
Dang it. I can't get this on camera. All right, we'll have to figure out. Can you see it? Oh, you could? Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can see that. That really took on the impression really well. That looks awesome. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I'm not even focusing on the cameras anymore and switching everything because I'm so enthralled with this. So there you go. Vernice. It's launched today. It is available everywhere that you can find Siser material. And if it's not available there, please reach out to us. As always, Adam, if you're in the studio, please pop up all of the social plugs for me. But make sure that you're following along with all Siser platforms. Make sure that you give us an email and a shout over at info@siserna.com. It's the best way to find a local reseller, distributor, or brand partner, somebody selling Siser that's near you. Just reach out to us and we got you. Thanks, Courtney. Appreciate it. We're excited about it. I mean, we're on the road to 100K, and I want that play button. So 60K is our first one. And then once we get to the next milestone at 100K, I have some really big ideas that I haven't told Anna about yet. But I'm going to say that we're going to do them preemptively, so we have to. And I'm talking Romeo. I'm talking a roll holder. I'm talking software, free software. I'm talking maybe a cutter stand. If we can get to that 100K, tell you all your family and friends about it. We're basically going to give away a business in a box. So with that, let's go ahead and do we have any big questions coming up? Is there anything that we're missing before we get into a giveaway?
The biggest question that I've seen a couple of times is just to clarify, this does right now only come in red and black.
Correct.
However,
always
if you guys love it as much as we do with this new glossy finish that we just have to have, there is potential for more colors to be dropped. I'm just saying.
Do we have any plug of potentially what those colors may or could be?
I do not. I'm not privy to that information.
Okay, that's fine. And
we're not high enough up for that,
and if
Patrick.
it's above our pay grade. But if you did know, I would advise just don't tell me because then I'm going to tell somebody. Somebody's going to find out about it. So I'm a blabber. Anyways, all right. So what do you guys think about Vernice? I think it's an awesome material. Ooh, we got some mesh. Let's try it one time and see if it works. All righty. Just going to cut a chunk of this. I'm going to keep this piece down here, Em, if that's okay. Just cut a little chunk. Didn't go as far as I wanted it to. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I got another garment that I did the other day. Let me just make sure that's focused back in really quickly. There we go. So I have a garment that I actually did the other day, which I think is awesome. And we'll get into showing you all the fun stuff that we made with using Vernice, and then we'll get into a giveaway here in 1 second. But let's go ahead and take this regular design. I'm going to throw our normal mesh. So anybody that follows us over on YouTube, we've definitely posted a ton of content. If you're over on Instagram, I mean, we're posting all the time about the incredible things we can do with regular mesh. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover up our design, cover up our mesh, and I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure. And again, this is after we've applied all of our layers or we've applied our entire design before we actually do the mesh. Sorry, excuse me. That was a worst hiccup during a live. Trev and I one time talked about doing a compilation of every time I've done like a hiccup or a burp on accident and didn't mean to. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can get that one. There you go. Let me see if I can just focus that in a little bit. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. That's a really, really cool look of those. Alrighty, so here we go. You guys want to do a giveaway? Should we give away some material before we end this live? I'll wait for everybody to chime in because I don't see it. Nobody's even excited about a giveaway. Everybody says, you know, we're good with a giveaway. We don't need it.
Remember, you are on a delay.
I know, but that's why I'm saying it now. So then when I get to the delay, just so you guys know at home too, before we hop into this giveaway, we are on like a 15-second delay typically in the studio. So if I ever say anything preemptively and then follow it up with a you guys aren't interested, it's because we're on a delay. I'm joking with you. No problem. We're here together. We're doing this together.
What, in the interim of people responding, since we're on a delay, what kind of mesh did you just use?
So this one right here, the first one, I obviously tried just a regular stencil. So that's normal, like stencil material. But this right here is just a fabric mesh. Is there any particular like name to this? Is it like a poly mesh? I just call it fabric mesh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know we've used the like tool.
Yeah,
that's
just
non-plastic.
We just got to make sure there's no plastic.
We need fabric.
So
no
fabric meshes, no plastic mesh, none of that kind of crazy mess.
Except for what's the anomaly then with the screen door that works?
The screen door is only with regular puff. So if you use this piece of screen door because it's so thick in regular puff, it will cut out all of the channels and it'll just look like speckles of puff on there. It looks really cool. I don't know how it washes though, so I don't want to say too much, but alrighty. I think it's time. Let's do a giveaway. Let me go over to our giveaway tool. There's a giveaway tool for StreamYard. Choose the stream, new material launch. All right. Do we want just Vernice to be the keyword?
That would make sense, yes.
All right. Keyword is Vernice. Now, just so we're all on the same page on how to spell Vernice, because yes, it did take me a little bit of time to learn how to spell it. It is Vernice, and we are starting to collect comments right now. Whoa, they're rolling in now. We're rolling in. So we're going to give everybody a few seconds here to chime in. Somebody put Vernice, so I'm assuming it's an autocorrect. Vernice with a V. No, there's a couple people, but I did that. I've done that like 3 times on my phone where it literally has done the Vernice. So, all righty. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's just go right over here so you guys can see the word too. All right. Once we get up to, if we can get this up to 70, I'll pull a name. 70 entries. Right now we're at 67. All right, there's 69 and I need one more because I want to do 3 giveaways. So give me one more. Somebody type in Vernice. Everybody type in Vernice just to make sure. There it is. All right, cool. All right, cool. All righty. So here we go. We are about to disclaimer. What just happened? What just happened to our regular scheduled programming? Huh? I don't know. Did I click off? There we go. There we go. Program feed. Can you guys just make sure? Can everybody still hear me, though? Even though you can't see me? Let's do that one. Woo! That's not the right one. All right, guys, we're going to get back to you here in 1 second, I promise. I don't know.
Well, you might as well just stay there.
All right, might as well just stay here. All right, that's fine. If you guys can hear me, you guys can see me. We're just going to do
What an angle.
That is
what an
interesting.
angle.
I'm just going to talk. You know what? I'm going to still talk like this, though. I want to talk to the camera. Okay, guys. So listen, we're switching over to the webcam. It'll never fail us. I don't know what just happened to the switcher, but as long as we're live, I'm happy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull all 3 names for the Vernice itself. Okay, so for our first winner, let me go back. Here we go to this screen. We're going to draw right now. And Adam can't win, just so you know, because I saw him pop up twice. So for our first winner, congratulations, Ariel from YouTube. Congratulations, Ariel from YouTube. You are the first winner of the Vernice. All righty, you ready? Okay. Oh, can you actually, will you send me quick teams with this? Oh, or just somebody grab a note really quick. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That is so weird. Why did that happen? Let's see. Maybe I hit something.
What do you want me to
Just type or just give me Ariel-YouTube, because I'm gonna have them send us an email here in a minute, but I just want to make sure. We're back. Are we back? Hold on, guys. No, we're not back. That's all right. Okay, we're gonna draw. So we got 1 winner. We got 2 more we're gonna draw. So stick around for a second. All right. So for our next winner, it's drawing right now. Congratulations, Kim Skaggs from YouTube. Congratulations, Kim. And again, when we draw these, we're drawing them from YouTube, from Facebook, from all platforms that are joining in all at one time. So let's go with our next one, and let's see. Maybe we can get a Facebook winner. We're only doing 3, right? You said? Okay. Do we have any other active going on right now over on IG?
Not yet.
Right.
But there
Ooh.
will be.
And Oki from YouTube. We've had a lot of live giveaways. We rarely get to give stuff away to our YouTube winners. So congratulations to all 3. So Oki from YouTube. And then we had the other 2, which is awesome. All right. Let's see if I can get this to work again. And if I can't, that's okay. There's that.
Where are you sending them?
I'm about to say that right now. Just trying to make sure if this is actually going to work or not. All right. So for anybody that won the live giveaway, what I'm going to have you actually do, let's go ahead and grab the banner. I need you to send us an email to social@siserna.com. So social@siserna.com. We need a address. It has to be a home address. It cannot be a P.O. box, but business or residential address. We'll be able to get your giveaway package, but you've won some awesome Vernice stuff. Actually, every one of you giveaway winners too will win, or will get a bag as well with the Siser logo that we actually pressed here on the live today. I'm going to press the other 2 here in a few minutes. But do we have any other last minute wrap up stuff that we need to go to before we head out? Anna, anything? All right.
Well, actually, there's one mega plug for tomorrow that I'm shocked you have not mentioned yet.
Listen, at this point in time, guys, if you don't know about the After Darks, get yourself involved. Follow us over on Facebook. Let's drop all the banners really quick. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following us over on Facebook at Siser North America. We also have a really incredible Siser North America support group, as well as we're available over on YouTube. We're available over on Instagram. We also have an incredible support team, support@siserna.com if you ever have any problems, you need any help with anything. But as you guys know, the After Darks are an incredible opportunity for you to go live with me late at night. We get to interact. We get to talk. We get to have this kind of conversation with each other, as well as showing you really fun tricks, tips, and techniques. Tomorrow night is no different. If you haven't already signed up for the Siser After Dark, make sure that you do, where I'm going to go over everything Leonardo Design Studio Basic and Leonardo Design Studio Pro. So we're going to do a little update of Basic and Pro in an After Dark series, our After Dark episode tomorrow. And then after that, 2 Wednesdays, so not tomorrow, but after 2 Wednesdays from then, our next After Dark is going to be all things
Rhinestones.
Rhinestones. I love
Mark? Emily, are we right? Are we not right?
it. We totally.
She doesn't know either. She just made the graphic. She has
It's
no
going to
idea.
be something. Look out for that. First of all, just go over to Facebook right now. Check out our events tab. Make sure that you score yourself a ticket to the After Dark. They're absolutely free $99. You don't have to pay anything. You just show up with your questions. That's the only thing I ask from you, is to not show up with money, but show up with questions. All right? And ask away anything that you have. But I will go ahead and end the live. We'll let you guys get back to your day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm going to commit to everybody in the room right now. We're all going to commit to you guys at this moment. We are going to go live during the day more often. We are not going to go only closed circuit lives. And we're going to have a small little break here in October because we have Printing United, one of our biggest trade shows of the year, coming up. So we'll have a little bit of a break through October with After Darks and live content, but we're going to be hitting the ground running the following month, ready to go live during the day, doing a bunch of After Darks, creating really cool content. And I already told you guys last time, we're getting a new studio. So I'm excited to build that. You guys can watch us along the way. We'll be going live on TikTok while we build. I'll go live on my personal Instagram. Anna and Emily, we all may go live at different points in time while we're building, asking you guys questions of how you want the studio to be built, how you want the new space to look. And I promise we'll keep these angles out of the new space. I promise. I promise. I promise. Well, anyway, with that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us and watching. Get yourself some of the brand new Vernice by Siser, ASAP. And other than that, I guess that's it. We got anything else? You guys got anything? Cool. Well, I will say until next time, bye, everyone.